Good morning, girls. Now, in polyembryony, our topic is classification of polyembryony. Broadly speaking, the polyembryony is of two types: spontaneous polyembryony and induced polyembryony. Spontaneous polyembryony includes the instances of naturally occurring polyembryony. And in induced polyembryony, it includes instances of experimentally induced polyembryony. Means artificially. It may be done by experimentally. Spontaneous polyembryony has been subdivided by Ernst in 1910 and also adopted by leading embryologists. It has been subdivided into two categories: true polyembryony and false polyembryony. What is true embryony? Two or more embryos arising in the same embryo sac. Two or more embryos arising in the same embryo sac from the zygote or from the embryo or from synergid cells, from antipodal cells or from nucellus cells or integuments. It is called true polyembryony. What I say? Two or more embryos arising in the same embryo sac from the zygote or from embryo, from synergid cells, from antipodal cells, from nucellus cells or from integuments. Example is citrus. Now, what is false polyembryony? False polyembryony is the development of the embryos in more than one embryo sac in the same ovule. Development of embryos in more than one embryo sac in the same ovule or placenta. It is called false polyembryony. Example is Lorenthaceae family members. Baumann and Boswinkel in 1969 have put another classification based on the origin of additional embryos. According to them, the spontaneous polyembryony should be split into four categories. Number 1, supernumerary embryos arising from the sporophytic cells of the parental generation. Sporophytic cells, integument and nucellus. Second one is supernumerary embryos arising from the cells of the gametophyte, that is by one or more embryo sac in same ovule. Next, supernumerary embryos arising from new sporophyte, that is fertilized egg or proembryo. Fourth one is supernumerary embryos arising from the male gametophyte, that is disputed group. The four categories are, again I am repeating: supernumerary embryos arising from the sporophytic cells of the parental generation, that is integument and nucellus. Supernumerary embryos arising from the cells of the gametophyte, that is one or more embryo sac in same ovule. Third one is supernumerary embryos arising from new sporophyte, that is fertilized egg or proembryo. Fourth one is supernumerary embryos arising from the male gametophyte, that is disputed group. Now comes to importance of polyembryony. Polyembryony has an important role in the plant breeding or horticulture. Haploid can be used fully employed to rise homozygous diploids. Adventive embryos are of the great utility in providing genetically uniform seedlings in some fruit trees. Recognizing their tremendous value in plant improvement, several experimental trials have been made to produce them from artificial, but very little success has been achieved. It is promising field, and it is quite likely that intensive investigation yield due to the artificial introduction of haploid and adventive embryos. Nucellar and adventive polyembryony is of great significance in horticulture. The adventive embryos provide uniform seedlings as obtained through vegetative propagation by cutting. However, nucellar seedling of citrus furnish better clones of the orchard stock than cuttings. This is because, number one, the nucellar seedlings have a tap root and therefore develop a better root system than do by the cuttings. The cuttings have only a small lateral root system. The nucellar seedlings show a restoration of the vigor lost after repeated propagation by cuttings. Next, the nucellar embryo are free from diseases. It is very important factor. So far, nucellular polyembryony is only the practical approach to raising virus-free clones of polyembryony or polyate. Haploids are of great economic importance in the genetics of the plant breeding studies because of ease with which homozygous diploids can be obtained from them. Since spontaneous occurrence of such haploids is very low, numerous attempts have been done or made in the part to increase its frequencies by subjection of flowers to low and high temperature and by delayed pollination and by application of foreign pollen or pollen eradicated with X-rays treatment. And next one is treatment of ovule with various chemicals. Next one is the treatment is the with the new method of obtaining and regenerate the haploids in large number by anther culture, that is by the biotechnology, and the earlier method are becoming outdated. So there is a great adventure or great importance of polyembryony